hope you're doing good. I thought today we'd start out using 2-inch brush, 16 by 20-inch canvas, and I do have it already wet and ready to go with some of that white medium. So I'm going to start today off right into a little bit of this blue. Not too much. Not too much. There we go. And we'll start right here. And just very softly, I'm just working my way over and doing these wonderful little X's, okay? And I thought today we would do an awesome little mountain painting. Here we go. And right here as well. And I hope you're doing good. We're definitely getting ready for the holiday season here. So things are starting to pick up, at least at my job. I do work at a resort, and so we do pick up during the holidays. So it gets a little bit busy. But there you go. Just keep doing these wonderful little X's and just a little at a time. And I apologize if you heard a little ring. My kid's laptop is charging up, so every so often we'll do a little ring like that. But just a little at a time. If you put too much on here, it'll be too dark, okay? And so I just want it nice and just like that, nice and light. There we go. And because I don't have a lot of paint, I don't really have to blend too much, you see? There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just a little bit of this blue. There we go, tap it in. Just a little bit of the blue down here. And we'll probably just use that for some shadow colors or something like that. It's going to be a nice cold winter mountain type of scene. And I'm going to go ahead and tap into just a little bit of my black. And this will give us basically our clouds. Oops, got a nice hair there. Pop that thing off. But there you go. And I'm using Mars black. There's all different types. There's ivory black and you have midnight black. So whatever black you'd like to use, you can use. It just gives you different colors. You know, since I'm using Mars, if you're using maybe midnight black, it will be a little bit different. But yeah, just tap into a little bit. You can see I'm just doing a little bit at a time, because it's very easy to keep applying it. It is tough to make it lighter, especially when you're doing your sky. And then that's it. Just very softly going like this. Try to get the brush strokes off. And that's it. Well, it's been a little bit. I hope you're doing good on your side. Things have been a little bit busy for me, but I'm very happy to be able to do this painting. If you have your palette knife, we're going to go ahead and mix up a nice color, and we'll pretty much be using that for the rest of the painting too. So I'm going to go ahead, nice big old chunk of my pink stuff, that crimson. I want the same amount of blue, same amount of black, and go ahead and mix that in there, okay? So some blue, some black, and some of my crimson. And you just mix it up as thoroughly as you can. There you go. And we'll take it and just smush that right in there. Clean your knife. And we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a nice roll. And remember, take a deep breath, feel good. You know, leave all that negative stuff on the shelf and just feel good and be positive, and we'll have ourselves a beautiful painting. And let's go ahead and rock and roll. So we'll go ahead and just have some fun. I don't want too big of a mountain. We're going to have stuff right here, so you want maybe a small to medium mountain. And I'm just going to come up and just start to just do my thing. Just come in and just push it in and scrape off what you can. There you go, just like that. Just push it and scrape it off. And I'm gonna go ahead and just grab myself a little bit more, and maybe we'll do something right here, okay? So someone, you know, messaged me about, you know, usually you talk about breaking with paint and stuff like that, and then you don't really talk about how to create the mountain. It's, you know, to be honest, it's kind of tough because as you can see, I'm just pushing in and it's flat. You know, I'm just worrying about this top angle. It's when you highlight, it's the angles. Like if you go straight down, it looks pretty flat. If you go on this type of angle, you start to shape the mountain. So there's all different types of things. Today's mountain, I'm thinking about just having fun. So usually we'll push out the paint and stuff like that. I think we'll leave it open. I'm gonna pull down the white paint and get myself a nice roll. And I'm gonna come in, and I'm just gonna come in like this and just shape the mountain, okay? And as you can tell, I'm just going with the angle, okay? See the angle? It's just like that, and it will form your mountain. And you don't have to always push the paint out, but it does help when you're beginning. It does help if you're beginning, but you just come in and just, and this is okay. We're just basically like just laying in some snow right here, okay? So you don't have to worry too much, okay? I'll come in maybe a little bit more. We'll have some fun with this real quick, but that's it, okay? And I'm just going with the angle, see? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take some white, put it there. I'm gonna take a little bit of that color that we made and mix together. Maybe a little bit more white. There we go. Get a nice little marble color, as you can tell, okay? Get yourself a nice roll. And let's just come in real quick and just highlight. So same thing, I'm just touching and I'm going with that same angle, okay? But the lighter you can touch it, the better. And I might just lighten this up because it's not really sticking out too good. I want it a little bit brighter. There we go. Same thing, grab yourself a nice roll. You come in, barely touch, and just, there you go. And I'll come over here, it's the same thing. Same thing, just come over. There we go. I'm gonna kind of bring it into the white a little bit like that. And do the same thing. Maybe we'll save that. Let's go ahead and just kind of shadow this up. So I'm just gonna grab this a little bit like this and just pull it down. Maybe a little bit of white. But you see it goes this way, it goes that way. That's how you get the different angles, okay? And I'm just going to grab this and just, there we go. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this blue, just a touch of that blue. I'm going to come over here, I'll just put it right there. Add a little bit of white to that. And add a little bit of this color that we made. Should gray it down and dim it down a little bit. And we'll come in and just add a little bit of this. Same thing. You see, I'm just very, very softly just touching. You just come in, and that's it. There you go. Let me go ahead and clean the knife. Pull the white paint down, nice and flat. Grab yourself a nice roll, and we'll come in and just start to have a little bit of fun. Something like that. Maybe add a little bit of the dark color. Dark color that we made, and we'll put another little something right there. I'll come over here and just touch this a little bit. There we go. There you go. Come in, grab a little bit of that highlight color, just like so. Clean your knife, grab a little bit of that shadow color, I'm just going to use probably the smaller side of the knife and just come in this way. There we go. I'm going to grab, excuse me, clean that knife, grab a little bit more of this white paint. I want to come in and just fix this a little bit. Maybe I'll have it come up like that. A little bit right here. And just come up. Maybe a little bit more up here. There we go. And then right here. So you just play back and forth, okay? Back and forth. Come in. There we go. Just going to grab a little bit of our dark color, and I want to come in and just something like that. There we go. Beautiful, huh? A little bit different. And I'm going to go ahead. I will take a little my 2-inch brush. I'm going to pull this out a little bit, just a little bit. Same thing there. Same thing here. Let me put that down. I'm going to grab a little bit of white. A little bit of white and just come in. There we go. Maybe right here. There we go. Clean the knife. Now if you have your 2-inch brush, you can tap it and you can fizz it out. I'm going to go ahead and use this Hake brush. Got a couple old brushes that I haven't used in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and use this Hake brush, and I'm going to come down here just like this. And I'm going to start to blend this out. And you want to go with the angle, okay? Just go with the angle. There you go. I'm just going to spin a little bit. There we go. I love the Hake brush. Pretty cool. But there we go. There we go. Just want a little bit mistier right there. Oh, here we go. With a number 3 fan brush, I'm going to tap into a little bit of that highlight color. I just want a little bit of something, just a little bit something back there. So just tap into just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. If you think you have too much, rub some out on a towel, okay? I'm just going to come in. Give me 1 second. There we go. Just want something. Something else right there. You see, I don't have much paint, okay? Because if you have too much paint, you're going to have issues. I just want this as an indication. As an indication. I'm going to add just a touch of that. Just a touch of that shadow color that we had, just a touch. See, it comes out very, very strong, so just be careful. Same thing here. Let me get just a, there we go. There we go. It gives you a little something there. And then I'm going to take that Hake brush one more time, and I'm going to come in here and just start to blend this in there. There you go. Same thing here. There you go. Beautiful mountain range. All right, we have ourselves an awesome mountain painting. let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to go and use a number 3 fan brush. I'm just going to go into just a little bit of that dark stuff that we made, that big pile. And I just want a little bit here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like this guiding line, okay? And we'll just go from there. And yeah, we'll do something like this. There you go. There you go. And that'll be our guiding line, okay? I'm going to put that down. I'm going to grab myself. I'm going to go ahead and use, I got old brushes I'm going to pull out today. So I'm going to use the Bob Ross round brush. You can use your 1-inch brush. You can also use a 2-inch brush and it will give you the same effect, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and use the Bob Ross round brush. And I haven't used this thing in a long time, so let's have some fun. So I'm going to come in, just get some paint on here, and just tap. And then we'll come over here. Oops. See, I do live in Florida, and even though this is the middle of November, we still have bugs. And so I have a mosquito that I got in my house and landed on my canvas. So we'll go ahead and clean that off in just a second here. And let me just fix that real quick. There we go. Okay. So with your round brush, let me see, I think I loaded it that way, yeah. All right, and we're gonna come in and just start to have some fun, okay? And you're just gonna tap, tap, tap. And you do want to cover that line up, okay? So just remember to do that. But make sure you get some paint and go tap, 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 tap. There we go. Now, the reason we blend this out is because you get this thick paint. And so it will give you a little bit of an issue, okay? But just make sure, even though those lines going like this, you want everything to kind of go straight up. And I know I'm on an angle, so it is sometimes a little bit rough for me. But you just come in and just tap. You just load it like this. Just tap into it, make sure you got some paint, and then just come in. And there you go. There you go. All right. So you see there's still a little bit of a line. I don't know if you can see it, but that's okay. What you do is pull down, get yourself some paint, and come on over and start to tap in front of that. Don't go too far down. We want this, okay? But there you go. And just tap in front of that and just make that nice and dark. There you go. See? Beautiful, huh? Maybe over here we'll make it there. There, I'm going to take a step back. Oops, I think I bumped my camera, but there you go. Just something like so. And it just pushed those little mountains even further back. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put that down and grab a fan brush. I'll just go ahead and use that same dirty one we had. I'm going to go right into this dark color. And I want to put in, I don't know, a few pine trees. Maybe something right there. And you just do the corner of your brush and just start moving. Oops, there we go. Side to side. And that's one of those. I'm on an angle, so this can get a little bit tough for me. Let me see if I can fix that. I apologize. There we go. And I'll just come in. Maybe I'll do the side angle like so. Be a little bit easier. And I'm just using the corner of the brush, okay? There you go. And let's give him a little friend. Use the corner of the brush. There you go. And maybe a couple over here as well. There you go. And maybe let's put one maybe right here. Why not? Side of the brush, just tap, tap. And just work your way on down, okay? We'll come in, maybe same thing. Something like that. And maybe something right here. I mean, get just a drip. I mean a drip of your paint there, dude. You don't need too much. I just want to thin this out a little bit because we're going to go over some thicker paint, okay? And I'll come in and we'll go like that. And if you want, you can go straight down and then just follow that straight down, okay? And same thing, just touch, touch. And there you go. Maybe, there we go. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit taller. Just don't like the proportion of it. We'll come up here. Excuse me. My hands shake. That's what I say on every canvas or every painting we do. My hands shake. It is my one of my flaws, but do my best. There we go. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay. There we go. And then the same thing, we've had a few more already. Let's go ahead and put those in. Just a few more. There we go. There we go. Just gives you some distance. Maybe a few more right here, just for fun of it. And there we go. Just going to tap into it. There we go. Just gives you a little bit more. Same thing here, just a little bit. Just boom, boom, okay? There you go. Okay, enough of that. You can get carried away, as you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this brush. Just using a little bit of that paint thinner. Got a little basket I like to knock it off on. All right. So we're going to need to, actually let me go ahead real quick. I'm going to keep this dark today, okay? But I do want to put in a few little lines. So I'm going to grab my liner brush. I'm going to dip into this paint thinner. I'll just go into this highlight mountain color that we had, which was a mix of the white, this color, the dark color, and just I think that was it. Yep, just the white and this. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just, I don't know, have some fun here. Put a couple of lines. I want this not to be super, super bright. Okay. There we go. Let me go ahead and thin that out just a little bit more. Just using the paint thinner to thin this out today. And here's a nice little trick. I did this with my student. He was having issues. He was basically having issues loading it up. What you want to do is basically real soft. You see how it's just sitting in my hand? and then you spin it and pull down and lightly lift up, and you should have a nice point, okay? And then you just come in and you can do your thing. There we go. And we'll also probably scratch a couple lines in here too. There you go. This is going to be kind of, you know, in the distance. I wouldn't worry too much. But you do want some highlights here or there with this, just a little bit. Always hit a wall. Sure you heard that. There you go. There you go. And I just don't like the way that line came out. So I'm going to go ahead and use that fan brush, tap into a little bit of that dark. And I'm just going to come in. There we go. And just fix that line a little bit. There we go. All right. I don't think you're going to get too much better than that. Let's go ahead and put that down. And I will just grab my palette knife and also just get a couple little scratches in here. So you get different lines and textures, and there we go. Maybe go up like so. There we go. See? Use your equipment, it's there for you, okay? Go ahead and clean this. I'm going to go ahead and just use, let me put that down and grab a clean 1-inch brush or 2-inch brush. I'm going to tap into a little bit of this white. And I'm going to come down and just tap the very bottom, okay? The very bottom. There we go. There we go. Just keep hitting it. And you're going to come in very softly. I'm just doing these little X's very softly. And now I'm just going to come in, kind of follow the line here. There you go. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to grab, I think I'll just use a 1-inch brush. I'm going to go into my white. Load up both sides. And I'm going to come in. And put in my land. And you want to be careful. I'm just wiping this off because I got some of the darker color in there. And I'm going to come in and just start to just paint this now. Just come in. There you go. Load up your white again and just come in. Just follow the land. See how the angle is on this? There you go. That's all you got to do. If you want, you can put in a little hill that comes in like this. There you go. And I'll take a little bit more white and I'll come in over this way. And I'll do that as well. There you go. And then very softly just go over this, and it smooths some of that out for you, okay? Pretty cool, huh? Let me go ahead and put that down. I think I will grab my liner brush. I'm going to go into maybe just a little bit of this dark color here. Actually, you know what? Let me just make it a little bit easier. Let me go into my number 3 fan brush, load it into that dark color, both sides. both sides, okay? Nice chisel. And let's go ahead and just put, I don't know, maybe a little tree or something right here. And maybe we'll have a nice little arm comes out. And there you go. Push firmly and make it a little bit thicker. There you go. 1 second. Just want to darken it up a little bit here. And come in and maybe put a little something like that. There we go. And I will fix that and clean it up. But now I'm going to go into my liner brush, dip into some of my paint thinner, and get up into this dark color. Remember, nice and light, spin it, and then bring it to a point. And you come into, you want to touch the dark. If you touch the dark, I'm trying to do this on an angle. But if you touch the dark, you can just go into your dark and lift up. You should be able to do stuff like that. You can come down right into it as well, okay? All different types of things. And it's your world, so you put as many or as little as you'd like, okay? Let me add a little bit more paint thinner. Remember, you gotta have paint on your brush, and then you gotta thin that paint out. If you have too much of thin paint, it's too watery and it'll start dripping. And if it's too thick, then it doesn't slide, okay? So that's why you gotta thin it out. There we go. All types of stuff, whatever you like. There we go. And I apologize if my arm and stuff like that gets in your way. Way easier for me to go up with the liner brush than it is to go down. So this is what's going down. Like if I go like this, I just find it to be a little bit more difficult versus going up. So this is going up. I don't know. For some reason, I just like going up. It seems to be a little bit easier for me. But yeah, you can, whatever you like. There we go. All these little branches don't matter. Oops, I want that little line there. There you go. Maybe a little bit more, and we'll move on. We're actually almost done. There we go. Hands shaking. Ah, there we go. Here. Okay. Sorry, I always get quiet. Always get quiet when I do these lines. There we go. And I'm going to take my palette knife. I'm going to go into my white, pull some down, and I'm going to come in and start to basically try to correct this a little bit. So I'm going to come in, we'll have it like that. There we go. There we go. And very softly, I'll smooth that out. That's what you're hearing, that scraping. It's just smoothing that out. There we go. Let me take a step back and take a look here. Maybe. There you go. Clean that knife. I'm going to use the Hake brush that I was using earlier. You can use your 2-inch brush. And I'm just going to very, very softly. There we go. There you go. Here as well. There you go. It's pretty cool. Just want to thin that out slightly. There you go. And I think we're almost done. I'm going to go ahead and just put a big old birch tree right there. So if you'd like, I mean, you can finish this out right here. Well, I'm going to put in a big old birch tree. I'm going to grab, I'll just grab a clean 1-inch brush. I'm going to go into my dark paint that I got here. I'm going to add a little bit, maybe a little bit of just straight black. Make sure I have enough on here. And I'm just going to come in. Right here is perfect. It's a big old tree right there. There you go. There you go. All right, let me put that down. I'm just going to use the fan brush. I just want it to fix the lines a little bit here. And then you can do stuff like that, bring it down. Same thing here. There. And then right here, nice and dark. Pretty cool, right? Nice big old tree. Let me put that down. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my palette knife. And I think I'll grab my big knife. All right. And so we'll have some fun here. I'm going to grab a little bit this way. I'm going to put it right there. Pull this down. Grab yourself a roll. Hopefully I got enough white paint. I might have to add some more. But we're going to go ahead and make the birch tree. So you touch and you swoop. Touch, swoop, okay? I will start here because it's going to be my brighter spot. You come. And that's it. Touch and pull it over. Touch, pull it over, touch, pull it over. There we go. Grab some more, come over here. Touch, pull it over, touch, pull it over. There we go. There you go. And then we're going to do the other side. So I load the other side. So that's the side I was using. Now I'm going to use the back side. I'm going to come in, same thing, just load. And there we go. So you have a nice little birch thing going. I'm going to have a little bit more fun. I'm going to add, oh yeah, there's that white that I put right there. So I'm going to grab a touch of that blue. I want it a little bit darker, so I'm going to add a little bit of that mixture. There we go. Maybe just a touch bluer. Here. And I'm going to do the back side. Light's coming this way, so I'm just going to come this way. Just here, there. Start to add this color in there, and then we'll add maybe a little bit of black. There we go. There we go. So you have different colors, okay? And now we're gonna add a little bit of black, okay? I'm just gonna use that same dark color we had. This is what's left of it. I'll pull it down and just a little bit. Remember, I'm gonna load the back. Sorry, I had the hair there. Just gonna load up the back side of this and just touch real soft and bring some over it. So I like, when I do these types of trees like this, I just like to play with the different colors and get different textures, and I don't know, I just feel like it just rounds the tree a little bit better. And that's kind of what you're trying to do, just get the tree to round. There you go. And maybe just for fun, maybe a little bit more right here. There you go. Okay, clean the knife. I'm gonna grab that liner brush. I'm gonna go, I have some black. I'm just gonna go into my black. Get a little bit more of that. Just a little bit more of that. And I'm being lazy. I have a little bit of black, blue, and that crimson. I can remake the color, but this is basically it right here. So we're okay. Just make sure we got some paint. I got a little glob on here. But remember, roll it, spin it, and bring it to a point. Oh, I got a nice glob. There we go. All right. Now I'm just going to come in and touch and start to put some arms out. There we go. Big old glob. Here we go. There we go. Putting that out. Here. Told you I always have shaky hands, so I have issues. But here we go. And just pick and choose, find your spot that you'd like. And it'll be perfect, wherever you'd like. Wherever you like. There you go, something like that. And I don't know, maybe we'll do something, come up, something like that. Here we go. Come in like that. And then maybe we'll just have a couple little lines. There we go, something like that. Nice and rough. Nice and rough. Doesn't have to be everywhere. There we go. There we go. Something like that. Just little lines like that. It's pretty cool. I got a little nick right there. I just want to just correct that little. I got a little bit of shadowy color on here. You don't have to do this. I just have a little bit on here, so I'm just going to do that. Just kind of darken the corner there a little bit. All right, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and dip into my palette, or into my paint thinner. I apologize. I am tired, usually paint late at night, but thank you so much if you've been watching this and you've been painting along. And I think today we'll go ahead and just sign it here on the right side. So nice thin paint, thinned out, and you should be able to go right on here. There we go. And this is an awesome painting. This was a lot of fun to do. I hope you learned something from this one. And it's going to be a little busy over the next month or so because of the holidays, but I will try to definitely pump a couple of paintings out. I do have some private paintings I got to do, so it's going to take up a little bit of my painting time, but I'll do what I can to get a painting or two out before the end of next month there. And until next time, please take care of yourself and stay safe.